Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are safe and sound. Welcome to online class. This video is from your new Mulberry book, chapter number 11. The name of the chapter is Art is for Everyone. This is Art is for Everyone, part 2. Today I am going to explain the chapter line wise. So students, in previous video you have got the summary of this chapter. I have summarized the chapter already in previous video. And today I'll explain the complete chapter from your book. So students, I would like to request you to open your book at page number 140. So let us proceed to the chapter. Let us read on to find out why Margaret and her mother visited Tippity Witchet, a good and kind witch, which means a woman who has magical powers. Once upon a time, on the island of Medibums, Margaret came home from school with a drawing in her hand and very big tears in her eyes. She had drawn a picture of Tippity Witch's house and a boy had made fun of it. So what happened? Once upon a time on the island of Medibum. Children, this Medibums is a town in United States. So once upon a time on island of Medibums, Margaret came home from school with a drawing in her hand and very big tears in her eyes. She had drawn a picture of Tippity Witch's house and a boy had made fun of it. So, in this paragraph, this paragraph tells us there was a young girl named Margaret. One day, when she came from her school with a drawing in her hand and she was crying a lot, her mother asked her the reason and she told her that a boy had made fun of his drawing, which was of Tippity Witch's house. Now come to next paragraph. He said it was awful. He said I would never be an artist. She made a very sad face. Awful means terrible or bad. The boy said that Margaret's drawing was very bad and told her that she could never become an artist. After listening to his words, Margaret became very sad. "I am sorry, Margaret," said her mother. "He's wrong. That is a good drawing." You will say that. You are my mother," sniffed Margaret. Now, Margaret's mother she motivated her that her drawing was beautiful and what the boy said was wrong. But the little girl didn't believe her and said that she said this because she was Margaret's mother. Very beautiful lines. "But it's good," Margaret said her mother. "Why don't we show it to Tippity Witch and see what she thinks?" Margaret and her mother rode their bicycle to Tippity Witch's house to show her the drawing. Now children, her mother suggested that they would go to Tippity Witch's house to know what she thought of her drawing. They both rode with their bicycle to Tippity Witch's house to show her the drawing. Tippity Witch looked at the picture and smiled her biggest smile. "What a lovely drawing, Margaret. You are a fine artist." When they reached Tippity Witch's house, Tippity Witchet appreciated Margaret's drawing, saying that it was very beautiful and that Margaret was a good artist. Now Margaret felt a little better. "It's a picture of your house," she said. "A boy at school said it was awful." Margaret felt a little better. but was still not satisfied. She told Tippity that she had drawn the drawing of her house, and a boy in her class said that drawing was very bad. Stuff and nonsense, said Tippity. Art is art. We all see things in different ways and all find our own ways to show people what we see. I see my house and I like the way you have drawn it. With lots of practice, some people develop great skills at drawing or painting, but that doesn't mean their artwork is any better than yours. Everybody is different and art is for everybody. Hold my hand, show you what I mean. So in this paragraph, Tippity said that whatever the boy said was wrong. Whatever the boy said was wrong, and she explained Margaret that art is always an art. We all see things differently. We all have different tastes. We all have different ways of expressing things. Tippity told her that she liked the drawing of her house very much. She explained her that it's true that when people practice a lot, they develop their skills, but that doesn't mean that her drawing was less beautiful. Then Tippity decided to take her to Uncle Dot to show Margaret's drawing. They all held they all held hands and Tippity waved her magic wand in the air. In the time it takes to wink your eye, all three of them disappeared from Tippity's house and appeared near some fishing boats. Now, seeing these lines, Tippity then asked Margaret and her mother to hold hands. She waved her magic wand and they all disappeared from Tippity's house and appeared near fishing boat. Now see, one question is there in the box. What do you think Tippity means when she says art is art? Here Tippity means that art is a creative process and can have many different forms and styles. It for everyone to decide for themselves what they find beautiful and inspiring. Now, they saw a man sitting on a branch. Now, in this paragraph, they all held hands. That is completed. Here, in this paragraph, Tippity then asked Margaret and her mother to hold hands. She waved her magic wand and they all disappeared from Tippity's house and appeared near fishing boat. This we have completed. Now see, here they found a man sitting on a little branch. He was drawing a picture of two fishermen who were working on their boat. Tippity whispered, "This is my friend Uncle Dot. He paints lovely watercolor paintings." Now see, in this paragraph, they saw a man sitting on a branch who was drawing a picture of two fishermen who were working on their boat. Tippity told both of them that he was her friend and his name was Uncle Dot, and that he was a lovely painter. Now Uncle Dot heard her and turned to greet them. "Hello, everybody," he said. Tippity Witches introduced Margaret and her mother to Uncle Dot and showed him Margaret's drawing. Means Uncle Dot greeted them all and Tippity introduced Margaret and her mother to him and showed him Margaret's drawing. "Well, this is nice." Uncle Dot studied the drawing and said, "I like the way you showed all the flowers in Tippity's garden and that's a very cheerful sun in the sky. Art is such great fun. Is it not?" Everyone agreed that it was. Everybody agreed that it was. Means Uncle Dot appreciated her, appreciated her drawing and told her what he liked the way she has shown such minute details in her drawing, like the flowers in the garden and a bright sun in the sky. He made her understand sun in the sky. He made he made her understand that everybody looks at any art differently. Means Uncle Dot appreciated her drawing and told her that he liked the way she has shown such minute details in her drawing, like the flowers in the garden and a bright sun in the sky. He made her understand that everybody looks at any art differently. Now see next paragraph. Look here, said Uncle Dot. Why don't all of you sit down and draw or paint with me for a while? I have lots of art supplies. Use whatever you like. Art supplies means things you need for drawing, like colors, paintbrush, etc. Now he invited all of them to paint a scenery of a sea and boat. He said he said that he had sufficient supplies for everyone. Sufficient supplies means a lot of different kind of colors. Now Margaret's mother said, "Oh, I can't draw well at all, but the rest of you please go ahead. I'll watch." "Nonsense," said Tippity, as she found some colored pencils. Of course you can. I'm going to use these pencils to draw. Margaret, what would you like? What would you like? Now see children, one more question is there. Who did not want to draw who did not want to draw and why? Who? Yes, Margaret's mother. Why? Because she was not confident. She was not good in drawing. So Margaret's mother was hesitant, as she said she didn't know how to paint, but Tippity gave her colors and told her to draw with them. Now next is Margaret chose markers and her mother picked out a few bits of colored chalk, something she liked to draw with when she was a child. In no time, everyone was busy drawing and painting. Now see children, everybody chose their colors. Everybody chose their colors. Margaret chose markers and her mother took colored chalks. Everyone was busy in drawing and painting. Now see, people stopped by to see how they were doing. She said nice things about their work. The artists listened to the sound of seagulls overhead and the creaks and thuds of boats rocking on gentle waves. They smelled ropes and nets and fish and the sea itself. They were having a splendid time. Now children, here seagulls. Seagulls means seabird, long-winged, web-footed seabird in a white color. And splendid means lovely, beautiful. So the passerby were looking at their work and appreciating them. All four of them were listening to the sound of seagulls and the sound of boats moving on the gentle waves of the sea. They all were having a beautiful time drawing together. Now come to next paragraph. Later in the afternoon, the smell of food being cooked in nearby houses made the artists hungry, so they agreed to stop for the day. They tacked their art onto an old board and stepped back to see what the others had done. Each piece was different. Now children, here tagged means put up with pins, means they attach. Now it was afternoon. when they felt hungry after getting the smell of food being cooked and decided to stop drawing. They all painted their drawings on an old wooden board and stepped back to see all the works together. Now everyone had seen the same things: boats, fishermen, the sea, the sky, and the sun. But each person drew or painted those things in his or her own way. Means they saw that though all of them were painting the same scene, but all the paintings looked different. Yes. Delightful, said Tippity. They are all very interesting. Are they not? Are they not? This was great fun, said Margaret's mother. Tippity was delighted to see all the beautiful drawings, and Margaret's mother said that she had a beautiful time drawing the scene. So, from that day on, Margaret and her mother enjoyed drawing and painting. They didn't care if others thought their work was good or not, because they knew that it didn't matter at all. After looking, in this paragraph is telling, after looking at all the drawings, Margaret understood what Uncle Dot and Tippity were trying to make her understand. That art is for everyone, and every art is beautiful. It simply depends on the person who is looking at it. Now this is how the story ends. So children, I think all of you have understood the chapter very well, understood the story very well. So I hope in the next video, part 3, we will discuss the exercises of this chapter. Now there is a time for homework. So students, your assignment, your homework is revise the chapter thoroughly. Read the chapter, revise the chapter, and learn and write the word meanings also. So thank you children for watching the video class till the end. Bye students, and have a nice day.